20, 21, 20, 40, something like that. After 10 years, 15 years, within 10 years, over a period of 15 years. So time period differs or not? Time period certainly differs. Something of today cannot be compared something of tomorrow. Of tomorrow after that comparison will be in. For this reason, we bring two figures at the same time period. We bring two figures at the same time period. That is, outflow is in 2015, inflow is over a period of 5 years. We reconvert that 5 years data to the present value. What will be the present value of something that we will receive after 1 year? What will be the present value of something that we shall receive after 10 years? What will be the present value of something that we will receive? Then comparison will be okay. Just to give you an example, you enter into a deal with somebody that you give him, or you deposit, let us say in a bank, you deposit 100 rupees, and after 10 years, bank will give you 300 rupees. I'll repeat. Suppose bank gives you an offer, invest 100 rupees today, after 10 years, we will return you 300 rupees. Can 100 be compared with 300? In this example?
No, sir.
No, sir.
What should you do? What should be done to make it a valid comparison?
Sir, either we take the value of 300 to the present value, or we should change the value of 100 to the future
Very
value.
true, very true. Either we should take the value of 100, what will be its value after 10 years from now, or bring back 10 years value as on today. Means you should calculate present value of 100 rupees that you will receive at the end of 10th year. Isn't it? When you change it, when you bring it to the present value, then compare those two values. Suppose through some formula, some mechanism, you have found out the value of that rupees 300, which bank will pay you after 100 years. You have found out its present value today. You have found out its present value today. And that value is 90 rupees. That value, suppose, is 90 rupees. Will you accept or reject the offer?
Reject.
Reject the offer. If the value is 110 rupees, accept the offer. If the value is exactly 100 rupees,
Reject.
what will you do if the value is exactly equal to 100 rupees?
So reject.
Here comes the teaching, learning, everything you can call of an MBA student. Whatever I teach, it should not, your knowledge, your analytical skills should not be confined to what I am teaching. Should not be confined to what is written in the books. You have to think beyond what I am teaching. You have to apply your mind beyond that, and that comes with the discussion only. Not merely reading books. अगर किताब पढ़ करके लोग हो जाते, ठीक है, पास होना एक अलग बात है, 60-70% मार्क्स ऑब्टेन करना अलग बात है, but having real understanding requires going beyond the syllabus. This is what I feel I should be spending maximum of my time on that. Think over it. If you feel, I'll discuss with you some time later. You can ask me what should have gone there. All right. Come back to the discussion we were having, that you have calculated, or you need to calculate the future data to the present value, so that inflows and outflows can be logically compared. So rationale is clear to all of you now. Or still you have any question? Tell me yes or no. Because I'll build on the system, I'll build on the concept that we have discussed just now only. It will be basis for my next explanation. If you are clear what I have explained to you now, I'll take that as a basis and then only I'll proceed. So this aspect, this rationality that I have explained to you, it should be thoroughly clear to you. If you are not answering, let me assume that it is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
I
Sir,
told
one
you-
question.
yes, yes.
Sir, this future value that we are calculating, this
Future,
may be
no,
wrong.
no, present value that you are calculating.
Okay, present value that we are calculating. It may be wrong because the rate of inflation keeps on changing and we don't know
Okay,
what
okay, fine. I'll address this issue. Any other question? Any other question? You have already, while asking me this question, you have already flagged the problem that I was about to discuss in the subsequent way. Just one second, let me check now. You have already flagged this, you have already identified the issues. You said that the calculation may be incorrect because of inflation. Okay, let me ask you, building on what we have concluded, let me ask you that you told me, I gave you an assumption that if the value is 110 or if the value is 90, how do we arrive at 110 or 90? We assume certain rate of return, 10%, 12%, 18%, 30%, 5%. We assume certain rate of return. Higher is the rate, lower will be the present value, and vice versa. Can you recall this discussion in the classroom that Khalid Sahab must have explained? If you take a higher rate of discounting, higher rate of return, then present value will be less. If you take less rate of return, present value will be more. Isn't it? Do you agree with this? So the question that you ask me, it will be incorrect because inflation can be more, inflation can be less. It means it is dependent on the rate at which we discount the inflows. We can take any rate from 1 to 100, 5, 6, 4, 9, 20, 30, 45. We can take any rate. Which rate should we take? This I'll explain to you. For the time being, in order to explain the concept of present value, we discount it at a rate at which we feel that we are happy. Someone of you can discount at 5%, someone of you can discount at 6%, someone of you can discount at 21%, someone of you can discount at even 60%. Now listen to the question that I am saying and post your answers in the chat box. Listen to the question. Typing will take long and your time will be, spent there. It is your time. The question that I am asking is that you type a rate, or let me just type a rate of your choice. Type any rate of your choice, 1%, 2%, 9%, 60%. Start typing immediately. At which rate you will calculate these figures. If the question is not clear, ask me, I'll repeat. Okay, somebody says 8%, 7, 12, 9, 11, 12, 10, 5, 10, 10, 20.
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
The question is that we have arrived at the present value of these inflows, and value could be 90, value could be 110, value could be any. So at which rate you wish it to be discounted? That rate you need to type. Nothing should be written as 6 to 10, 6 to 12. Muhammad Saad has written 6 to 12. Write just one, either 6 or 12 or 5 or 7. Saad, write it again. Saad, are you listening to me? Yes, correct. Fine. 8%. This is your choice. Fine. Has everybody written? Has everybody written, or still there are some people who have not written? Okay. Fine. Let me, I think the purpose will be served. If still somebody has not written, can write. What I could cursorily note that the minimum rate somebody wrote was 5% and the maximum rate somebody wrote was 20%, and a lot of people have written 8, 10, 10, 12, something like that. What further you need to do now, I have noted these rates. You need to justify why have you written 10%. If I ask you a question, for example, last a name written by Rabia Naeem. She has written 10%. If I ask you, Rabia, why not 9% or why not 11%? What will be your answer? Unmute yourself and tell me, Rabia, why not 9%? You have written 10%. I have no issue with that one. I just need to know why not 11%, by the way. Are you around, Rabia, or not? Or someone else is writing on your behalf? It seems that you have given your phone somebody, and that somebody knows how to type, and he has written. Can you switch on your camera, Rabia? What a unfortunate situation. I have been calling, rather shouting, that at least answer my question, Rabia. If you're not around, then naturally you will not be able to answer. Someone is using your phone. How about Farheen Rashid? Are you around? Reshu Garg. Okay. Razeen Ahmad. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Razeen is
Present,
around.
sir.
Okay, okay. Umama.
Yes, sir.
And switch on your this audio video. Umama. Switch on your video. Yes. You have written, Umama, 10%. May I know why not 12%? Any guess, anything you can say.
Sir, I just guessed it randomly.
Okay, okay. There was no thought behind it. No, continue unmuting.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, leave it. No problem. Now you can switch off your camera. You can switch off your camera. My question is to all of you: is there anyone in the entire class of 63 available now who can explain the logic of writing a particular percentage? Anyone? If you can explain
the example.
Yes. Nidal, yes. Who is there in the camera? Who is answering?
So
Nidal, go ahead. Go ahead.
So the examples that we had discussed in previous classes, they in those examples, the rate was
10%.
from 6 to 12. So I
Good.
arbitrarily choose.
Good. Okay, this is the logic. Suppose in that class, an example would have been taken at 43%. Somewhere between 30, 40, 43%. Would you have taken 30%? Because the time is almost over, I'll tell you. If you are able to relate it logically, you have understood financial management.
Sir,
Everything will be a history. Yes, Rajat, bolo.
sir, may I answer?
Yes, Rajat, bolo.
Sir, here comes the method of opportunity cost. We assume opportunity.
अपना कैमरा खोलो. हाँ, बोलो, continue.
Sir, here comes the method of opportunity cost. We assume at that rate where we earn fixed income like fixed deposit, or where our 5% is safe. If we invest that amount in government securities, government will pay us 5%. We assume that rate that is a concept of opportunity cost.
So you have used that opportunity cost concept, and accordingly you have written. All right, I'll continue this discussion
Yes,
tomorrow. We have a class at 10 o'clock, so I'll continue. In the meantime, you think over it. Okay, what is the logic? I'll repeat what I have said just now. If you can logically justify, okay, this is your reason, you have understood financial management. As the time is almost over, so I'll close the class now. You may you may leave the class now. You may leave the class.